Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are on the planet. You've reached the Belcher's Appreciative Eye, and we are thankful, very grateful that you're here with us. I'm Doc.
I'm Grenda, with a piece of chocolate in my mouth.
Very well prepared. And we wanted to come to you to give an update. We've been at this now for 4 months. And at the end of the first month, we did a little report card where we gave ourselves a grade. I don't know that we'll give ourselves necessarily a grade this time,
Why not?
but well, you can.
But
We
I
wanted
don't want
to-
to give one if you're not going to give one.
It's okay. We don't have to do the same thing.
Yet you said the last time we gave ourselves a grade. So this is about you and I, I bet.
All right, I'll give a grade. Okay. Anyway, the idea was
Okay.
is to acknowledge those of you who have commented, to acknowledge the people who, when we share what we're doing, are happy for us, and maybe have a suggestion, just to acknowledge and say thank you. One suggestion was recently you heard that one.
I commented on one of the people that came onto our YouTube channel and, commented on the video and then said that it would be nice if we did more videos on Rastas. So I thought that's a great idea. And I was saying before that our community, we have a very, very diverse community of people from diasporas, especially from from all over other countries and everything. And it's interesting because we really all came from the motherland. All of us did, right?
Yeah.
The diasporas mostly that are here.
Yeah, and if you look at ethnic groups around here, there are over 2,000 different ethnic groups in Africa, and quite a few of them here in Ghana. Ghana is where we are in the central region, are the Fanti and the Akan ethnic groups are the two primary ones. I think I'm saying that correctly.
And correct us if you don't have it right.
Yeah, if you know better, then
Let us
by all
know.
means correct
know.
us. But that's what we've bumped into so far. And we're learning the culture in terms of how to approach funerals, how to approach the chief, how to approach bartering, how to approach
businesses, businesses and entrepreneurs that are serving the community.
Right, and even organizations that are here that need volunteers. There's a ton of stuff here, and one of the things we wanted to get across from day one was the encouragement to our senior citizens that this opportunity is here for you too, and to encourage you to come take a look at Ghana. If not Ghana, there's Rwanda, there's Uganda, there's
Kenya.
South Africa, Kenya, Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
I don't think they might be innocent. But anyway, do your research. Find a place that you like. There's big old Nigeria over there.
Yeah.
Come to West Africa, come to Central and South Africa. Take a look for yourself. Put it on your bucket list. Come take a close look.
Yeah. Yeah. We in the last I'm going to go back to what we're learning, what we're experiencing here, and not to say what they are experiencing with us here, but I can only speak for myself. When you come into a country, and I think I might have said this before, I don't know, but when you come into a country, try to study the country. You're not gonna get the real gritty things until you actually come and mingle with it and move into it. And because we studied Ghana for 2 years before moving here. However, we are actually in the reality of it, and I the good outweigh the bad, and not the good. I don't want to use the word bad. The good outweighs the approach how we're perceiving service here.
Mm.
Yeah, did I put it okay? That was,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, service here it's kind of, you might be used to calling a plumber, an electrician, and getting, work that's on the level C plus or better on the first shot. Here, oftentimes, the services that we have run into, perhaps we're calling the wrong people, but we have yet to get something done where we didn't have to call someone back to take a second look at it. That might be the verbal communication that sets up the request. That might be the expectations. So we're open to a lot of possibilities, but the reality is that you have to be patient.
Yeah.
Stuff doesn't happen in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 order like I might have been used to in Texas or California
Yeah.
or Ohio.
Order. I don't know about order. What I do know is that you had to be patient. The thing is, what I have found that has drawn my attention is when Doc here set up interviews, not interviews, I'm sorry, set up services with people. First of all, we don't know who's certified and who's not certified.
Mm.
That's one big thing.
Yeah, you can't go on the internet and get the reviews.
No, so hey,
To many services, some things you can.
right. So listen, when I do like this to you, that means an opportunity is here to make it different, to help it to serve differently and better for everybody. Yeah, because I had to really calm myself down when he was looking for someone to do something here, and we waited all day. Did the person call? They didn't call at all.
Not on that time. Yeah.
They don't call. So naturally, we go back and call the person, and they said, "Okay, well, we'll be there tomorrow at 10 o'clock." And I'm sure you might have heard other people speak of things like this. So we'll be there tomorrow at 10 o'clock. And so it's 10 o'clock, it's 11 o'clock, it's 12 o'clock, it's 1 o'clock past. And so he actually put another phone call in and said, "Okay, you said you would be here today at 10 o'clock, and it's now 2 o'clock." And they said, we'll be there in an hour. And probably they show up probably then. But
A little later.
yeah, but that's common. That's something that you run into. It is something that happens all the time.
Yeah, I heard one expression when we first got here. The guy was telling one Canadian was telling another that, hey,
Okay.
they operate on Western time or English time, he said. They don't operate on Ghana time. So if they ask you to come at 9, please be there at 9. And so that's the way he approached it.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel free enough to suggest that it's not all entrepreneurs here, but many of those that we have run into. That time is looked at differently here than we might look at it in the West. Another is making changes to the purchase order, so to speak, or to the request. Grenda ran into one. I'll let her talk about it. And to putting to when a change was made to the pillows.
Oh, yeah.
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 And on
Yeah,
another case, change was made to something we had purchased, and it was like they did what they thought was best,
Yeah,
but they didn't approach
consult.
us
Yeah,
before
right,
they made the move.
right, right.
It was all logical,
And it wasn't done intentionally. It wasn't done like, okay,
and
we're gonna do this.
yeah, there was nothing negative about
No, it wasn't negative at all. It's just their way of doing things. And so here I am, having to be the person, an individual. I think the most an average person would think this way. If you're going to make a change with something that you and I have talked about, and I've stated and we've agreed upon, and you don't consult me about the change, you've med the decision to make the change. But that's not the way the agreement was. That's not what we talked about. And so, um, I have to say, because most people that I deal with, uh, I'm doing a lot of interior work, interior decorating. I don't want to call it word decorating. Interior work in the house,
design.
Design, yeah, that's a better word. That's a better word. And so I have my vision as to what I see, and I ask you for it, and I tell you how I want it. And when it comes back to me, it's completely different. And so I have to say something. I have to really say something. I try my best to blow off the steam before even getting to that person. I might, I blow off the steam. I just say how frustrated I am or whatever. I don't go to the person and say, I'm so frustrated with you. I don't use an approach like that. I try to think about how should I approach this person or these people, so that they'll know that no love is lost, no disrespect there. But let's talk about what we talked about and let's stick to what we stick to. So I simply said to them, you cannot make changes when we agreed upon things unless the two of us talk. It's called communicating and
Yeah.
and actually giving the customer what the customer asked for.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's no malice to it.
Mm-mm.
A good example is that you might have noticed the picture behind us.
Oh. Ta-da!
The the original was the original. The coloration was not quite what we had intended, so we had to go back to the artist and inquire, what's up with that, and artist made the changes that we were looking for, which were in the original design. Then the same is true with other stuff.
Yeah.
When we brought stuff to people's attention, they very willingly have made
They have not
the pivot.
right. It has not been any any love loss. I put it that way.
Yeah.
It's no love loss, no disrespect to the work that the artist or the person is doing. But it comes back to two cultures trying to blend. That's all this is about. This is just all what it's all about. Trying to blend, trying to understand your culture and what you hear and what I say and what I hear and what you say, and let's come together and say, okay, this is it. This is what we're doing now, right? This is it.
And I don't know that that's even a point of the cultures blending. I think that's just
I do.
people
And
from
I'm
outside.
gonna tell you why I think it is, because the uh, the the things for the guest bedroom, okay, when that person took it upon to just go in and do it, I think that's just the way it happens here.
Yeah.
I did this way. And I think that is part of the culture. I might be wrong.
And
I might be incorrect.
yeah.
But
And for me, the cultural change would be, a cultural merge would be us seeing a willingness to see them approach the next person differently. And I haven't noticed that. So we are still outside the bubble. The bubble is the predominant culture.
Yeah.
It has its way of operating, and we are coming into the bubble. and so we can work like the bubble works, or we can find people who will make changes after the fact, which is what we've been fortunate enough to do.
Or make changes, or to listen, and when we share what I don't want to say what our culture is, or what being we share what we are accustomed to.
Okay, and that's where we differ.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to get them in any way to see what I'm accustomed to, I don't think. It's not about accustomed to. It's like if we put together a contract, then meet the contract.
True.
Your culture or mine,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
but we are used to contracts being honored in a different way.
Okay,
Well, I mean, that's just that.
yeah. All right, but
You understand what I'm
yeah,
saying?
and yes, and what I'm trying to get across is that we are not on equal footing in the culture. And so when you bring up discrepancies in how things should be, like customer service is not a big deal
Ding,
in the culture.
ding.
All right, but being an old customer service, consultant, it's coming out of my ears. But that's not the goal here. The goal is get the work, produce a product that works, and move on to the next one. I have, in my short time here, I see a lot of that. So that's why in trying to vet people, if you will, you want to find out who have they done work with, get an eye or see samples of their work, and then write out a contract. And many of them that we've talked with have not employed the use of contracts.
That's true too.
So that's
I
even
thought
new.
about that. Yeah, yeah.
So it's not a deal breaker.
No.
It's just something that we've bumped into, and we've experienced it in art, plumbing, electricity, woodwork, name it. Yeah.
The cultural thing.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, but I remember one person here that I was speaking to her in regards to something that we were concerned about, that we had to deal with on a daily basis, that first of all, we weren't used to dealing with it. Secondly, it just didn't affect us. It affected everybody around us, the water thing.
Okay.
And so she said to me, this is the way we do it here. We don't care. It's like this. So like Doc said, they're in a bubble, and this is the way things are here, and we're trying to just merge in, and that's why I said blend.
Yeah.
That's why I use that word, try to blend in. And when we in one instance, one situation, was an interior thing that I was having done, a design thing that I was having done, and after I spoke to the manager about it, because she didn't know anything about it, she just thought that everything was okay because we had picked up everything, and when we got it here, we go, oh no, 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 no. And so I had to say to her, there is no love lost and no respect and no disrespect here. I respect you, I love you, and I do love them as a family. They're good people. But this is not what I asked for. This is not what we talked about. And so, like I said, it was resolved. Actually, it's being resolved. And no hard feelings between us. It's no hard feelings. But they wouldn't. The company wouldn't have known uh, if I had not said anything about it, they would have thought that it's still okay to do this. And it's not okay to do it with, no, it's not okay to make decisions without your customer. And that's just bottom line. But, yeah,
And as Ghana opens up to the rest of the world, I think more and more we'll see, and as they want to do business, in particular with diasporans, that we do business a little different. And folks are savvy enough to know that if I've got one customer that likes cigarettes, don't offer them cigars every time they come in. So, or if they come in and ask for cigarettes, then I know that I probably ought to get some the next time I go purchase supplies. So that when they come in, I've got cigarettes, just to pull an ugly example out of the hat. But the idea is that we look for different products. We do approach things differently. I might have mentioned this before too, but one of the things I found early on was that I sat down with a leader, a chief, and I just wanted to jump in and, hi, how are you? Good that you're here, and sorry that you're late, one of those deals, and let's talk business. And they said, whoa, that's not how we do it here. And then they took time out to show me how things are done. And I, okay, great. I wish someone had told me before.
Yeah.
So I didn't bump my head like that.
Yeah.
But you learn as you go, and we're not in the United States. We're in Ghana. Things are done differently here.
Things are done differently.
We have to discover that.
And we are, the word foreign is really something because we are foreign.
But it's applicable sometimes.
Yeah, but I think that what I think that would help, I don't want to say, I think what I think that would help is more conversations like this, not just with us, but with the people, and I don't know if that's happening. I don't know if it's happening or not. And so I think that would help each side understand, okay, I understand you, I understand this. And of course, like I said, coming together and blending, we're not here to try to change the culture, but we're here to say we are here. We're here.
Yeah,
we're part of this now. We have so many diasporas that's becoming citizens next month. So what does that mean when you become a citizen? That might be something that we can work on. We can talk about later on.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, so what do you say to a person from Ghana and you become a citizen? I'm a citizen now. Well, what does that mean? What does that mean?
Well,
what does that mean?
It's a help, and we will interview a few of those people who get their citizenship next month. But for me, and mine is an old grisly look at it, is that you have the ethnic group that is led by a chief that has a council of elders above that person. You then have a family, which is the clan itself. You have people from that area, and then you have the diasporans. So we're not on equal footing yet. And there are organizations here in Ghana that are working on behalf of diasporans to help them gain that additional footing. But again, the realization is that we didn't move from Texas to Mississippi. We moved from Texas to Ghana. Things operate differently in Ghana. But if you accept me in, then there is also an expectation that I would be treated with some sense of, for lack of a better word, equality. I don't have a better word at the moment.
I think
Give
equality
me
is a good word.
yeah, give me another 4 months here, and maybe I'll have another perspective on it. But one of the things I'm learning is go to people who know and ask,
Yeah,
how does this thing work? So before I make major decisions, I go to other people who are knowledgeable of the culture and the environment and even the politics.
yeah,
And I try to get some information before I jump out on something.
yeah. It was two incidents, two incidents that were. What are you telling me?
Let's wrap it
Okay, we're gonna wrap it up. I want to talk about this.
up. Go,
Okay.
go.
um, and one was I made a purchase from a vendor, and it was a loaf of bread, and um, that loaf of bread, uh, she said she had taken it out of the freezer, of course, to bring it to the place where I was to sell it, and it was all vegan, so I was all excited. I was excited because I was going to get some bread, because we don't do too much bread. I'm going to get some bread. I can cut up, put some peanut butter on it, whatever, toast it or whatever. And so I unwrapped the bread, and I couldn't even. And after I brought it home, defrosted, because it was sort of like had been frozen. Well, I don't think it was frozen when I got it from her though. But anyway, it was almost, I needed a saw to saw it. It was so hard. It was so hard. So I simply did like I would do if I bought something from Albertsons. I called back. I got back in touch with her. I said, the loaf of bread that I purchased from you, the bread was dry. It was hard. She said, oh, don't tell me that. That bread was good. I've had that bread in the freezer. And I wanted to say, yeah, that's probably how long have you had in the freezer? But it was just it was not edible at all. So I had to throw it away. And so she wouldn't accept it back. She said, no, 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 I know. And so I haven't patronized with her since then. Somebody else patronizes with her. But I haven't. I would not buy anything. I want to say
I'm not buying bread.
I was,
Okay.
yeah, and I'll say this: I won't buy any type of the things that she has, like breads and stuff. If things are wrapped up and packaged, I would. But it was poor customer service as far as I was concerned.
Yeah. And one of
They'll
yeah,
sell you
if,
land.
if I saw a thing on YouTube about top 10 business opportunities in Ghana
And customer
and
services.
Africa, period. Ooh, and customer service is real high on
Yeah,
the list.
very high, very high.
If you want to get repeat customers, there's a way to do it. Particularly, and it's not all about culture. It's about expanding how you think about approaching your business. And people here can do that. We've seen people do it.
Yeah, and let's flip it just a little bit too. I'll speak for myself. I've gone to vendors and I've got excellent customer service. Excellent customer service. No, no, mommy, I can't sell you that one because something's wrong with this right here. And we'll take that and put it to the side. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I have gone to vendors that will take that she would put to the side and push it up on me to purchase it. And I don't know, that tomato is too soft, or that one has no, I don't want that one. I want that one over there. And some of the vendors you go to the marketplace, like they want to pick the tomatoes out or the mangoes out and give it to you. But I said, no, 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 no. I'll choose what I want. I'll choose what I want. So, and Doc is gone, and tomatoes is one big thing, and brought home tomatoes that someone else had chosen, and we had to we couldn't eat them. We couldn't eat them, and that's it, because they had put salt ones in and whatever. But but I've gone to some where they want you to have the best. They want you to have the best, and they want you to come back. Who wouldn't want a repeating customer? I know I would if I had a business. No matter where I am in the world, that's what keeps the business going. But customer service is desperately needed here.
Yeah, and
It's desperately needed.
yeah, and a catalog of services. We've talked. Sorry about that. We'll edit that one. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Sorry about that. All right. On that note, you've reached the Belcher's Appreciative Eye.
And we appreciate you listening to our impromptu video tonight.
Yeah.
And
the idea is to check in with you, let you know where we are. So your grade for these first 4 months is?
I'm going to, my last grade was a C+, and I'm going to give myself a B tonight.
Okay.
I'm giving myself a B tonight. I've gotten better in saying to you, this is a Belcher's Appreciative Eye, and we thank you for stopping in. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
All right, she got all 4. I don't know. I think I'm at maybe C plus B minus.
Ooh.
Because our technology, we should have done better with technology.
Technology is really.
We did go out and got us a GoPro 12. Yeah. So, but now the next thing is how to figure out how to use the damn thing.
It's probably
we'll
not that hard. We probably just need a nice, quiet morning.
And more practice, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting there. So we're working on technology. We're working on variety, and we're working on setting. So we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
On that too. But I know we can get better,
we
will.
We're gonna get better.
And
we've only been in this for 4 months.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get better. And we had no tutorial. We're self-taught here.
Yeah.
It's self-taught. And anybody that want to jump in and help us out, that's fine.
Let us know.
Let us know. We welcome you. Come on and help us out.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're happy doing what we're doing. As sometimes it's hard to connect with my partner here, my friend, my husband here, because we're busy. We're doing other things. We're doing other things. Yeah, and I know he's ready to go. But let me just say this. Good night. Good night. I won't say it. I'm not saying anything else.
Anyway, we thank you. Yeah, thanks everybody. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
The Belcher's Appreciative Eye, and please like, comment, subscribe, and share.
All right, you guys.
Take good care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.